Today on the web, online debate on the role of humanitarians with the Zoé's art crisis. Shocking arrests in Italy, the Italian blogosphere mobilizes against the mafia. And our pick of the web's best sites. The affair Zoé's Ark continues to mobilize the web. While certain denounce the media lynching, others wonder about humanitarian mistakes. The Family Collective for the Orphans of Darfur continue their online lobbying in favor of the indicted members in Chad. Their weapon? Online petitions. In this one, Vero defends the volunteers of an exemplary humanism and criticizes the daily lynching. This internet user even hopes that the Ark's work will continue. Some statements that illustrate the radicalism of certain humanitarians, which this Frenchman criticizes. For him, wanting to do good is a requirement, but not sufficient for a humanitarian action. The global project launched in 1997 by several NGOs rests on this fact. It allowed, among other things, to define the Charter of Humanitarianism available online. In Italy, 4 suspected leaders of the Sicilian mafia have been arrested. The blogosphere is overjoyed to see these leaders of the Cosa Nostra behind bars. This Italian is wary, though, because the structure of the criminal organization remains hazy. According to him, we must await the verdict to know the extent of the arrests. This web user comments on his blog about the capture of the notorious Salvatore Lo Piccolo. He notes sarcastically that in Italy, it is the police that cover their faces for fear of reprisals. Despite the fears, voices rise against the octopus. Telegiato broadcasts a daily online news program in which the criminal actions of the mafia are criticized. The Anti-Mafia Association Rita Atria's site shows portraits of victims, but also the Rita Atria paper. In 1991, at 17 years old, she testified against the mafia, of which her family were members. Several years later, she committed suicide. After months of waiting, Google has unveiled its strategy for Internet on portables. No G phone to compete with iPhone, but a project called Android. In the film, the designers explain that Android will be like Linux is on computers, a free and open system for mobile phones. External developers can attach their programs. The systems will be available on the mobiles of partner brands beginning mid-2008. The presidential elections in the United States are in a year, and young Americans are mobilized. Alexander Hefner, 17, and Andrew Magnio, 20, have just launched Scoop 08, a webzine devoted to the campaign. The concept: a democratic news journal for all students who want to invest in the project.